Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie here with you today. I am playing with the Mom, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, stamp set from the March release. And I've also going to take a little birdie out from the Up and Away. Okay, I had issues, people. So this is actually the third time I've made or just tried to make this card. The first time, I'll let you know, full disclosure, first time my SD card cracked it in the middle of video. The second time, this little image was too far over. So what I found was to position my stamp, because we're going to do some mirror stamping. Position my stamp roughly where you're going to want it on your card base. And then remove your card base. You stamp with a silicone mat, something like that. That's not really sticky, or not really absorbent. Stamp it. You can stamp it down a couple of times. I find the best result is with pigment ink, so I'm using VersaFine pigment ink. And then stamp it down, and then place your card stock over the top of that. And that's why I use the waffle flower mixed media mat, because I can butt my card up against the edges of that mat and know where it's going to go. And you just slide it down like you would with like a large piece of tape or your contact we used to do in schools. Just slowly roll it down and then give it a good rub. Is it perfect? No, but you're going to see that we're going to make it perfect. We're going to make it really nice. As you can see, I've stamped out the other two, and you can see clearly that they are much darker or solid image where the black is meant to be. So, but we have pencils and we have all the goodies to fix that. So that's what we're going to do. For now, I am using dark umber for 947, French grey 50%, 1072, and light umber 941 to do my wood. And what I've done is with my darkest colour, I've just sort of drawn some lines. I'm not really happy with this one. We're going to sort of change that in a little bit. And I've thought about where branches come out of the tree base and how that all sort of looks. So I've sort of done a couple of lines, like curved lines underneath. In one of them, I've done a curved line above it as well. I don't know if it's this one later on or what it is, but I thought I would just show you, I'm colouring them all the same. So I'm just going to really show you the one little panda, and I focused on the one that we've done the mirror stamping with. So you can do this with pretty much any stamp. You just need some sort of silicone mat that you can put your ink on, that it's not going to absorb it, and stamps. As I said, the first time when my SD card died, I did use Memento, a dye-based ink. It was more holy, shall we say, in the dark areas than it should have been, but that's okay. I have used my reds there. I'd leave, you've got on the screen the numbers and everything else. We've gone black raspberry, Tuscan red, and scarlet lake. That is going to be for all of my flowers. All the mums are going to have the same red flowers on the top. I have my cool greys. I have 50%, 30%, and 10% for colouring my quotation marks white area. The trick with that, like your Copics, is to leave some colour white. In the centre of my flowers is mineral orange, and my birdie and his little tootsies are going to be the mineral orange as well. And so I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. The first one, okay? Then I've got periwinkle and Caribbean sea, or Caribbean sea, depends on where you are in the world and how you pronounce it. But that first one, you know, I'm going to kill it. It ends with the throne. That's about it. I'm going to kill the wording of it. So you've got it on screen, people. Enjoy. Have fun. I have that little birdie is out of the Up, Up and Away stamp set. I am not going to show you all of this, but I'm just trying to let you get the idea of what I'm doing. I've got the black in the darkest area and the 90% grey, cool grey, in the areas that might have a little bit of light. So the top of his arm, that's on the other side, pretty much tops on the arms, the tips of the hands and that sort of thing. I have a white, I nearly said red, white gel pen, which is the 05, so it's a little bit thinner. I usually use a 10, but this is a 05 because I wanted them to be a little bit finer. And I'm filling in anywhere, including my other two images, where I might need a little bit of help with defining my little panda bears and their babies. You do need to make sure that you wipe it off every now and then because you are using a wax pencil, but I just wiped it on a scrap piece of cardstock. All good. Done. My sky here is a mixture between my darker one is, again, Caribbean Sea, and it is also the cloud blue as my light. It is really, really super light. That's going to blend out this darker blue. And also I'm going to put a little bit more pressure up against my image. You do have to be a little bit careful that it doesn't, especially the lighter blue, the lighter colors, that they don't pull out, say, the red or the green. But you just got to need a little bit, be a little bit careful. I am going to stamp my happy birthday down with my VersaFine, just making sure he's all straight. I have used this stamp before, but if you haven't, just run your fingers over a little bit. It takes off the manufacturing residue. My card panel here is wide enough, is small enough, shall we say, to give me a border, but I needed to trim the top and the bottom down a bee's knees on either end of it. So I've just trimmed that down. You can put another strip of foam in the middle of it, of course. I've never really had a problem with my cards getting flattened and smushed and everything else, but you do you, boo. With my little babies, my little birdies, this one I'm going to place him in the center, but I was really not sure where to put him. And the last thing I'm going to do is a little bit of Stardust Stickles. And that's it. I didn't put any confetti on it. I didn't put any of that sort of stuff. Just some Stardust Stickles over my little flowers, and that is it. So that's my card for today. I hope you're well. Have a great week, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.